Hey YouTube, coming out to the viewer submitted video from Yuri Vendor. As you see there, expert rank 2750. So the write-up says, "Hi Dan, I enjoy your content every day. Been playing since season 1. Was bad the first few seasons, but learned losses from YouTubers like yourself and hit legend every season since season 5. So sounds like you're pretty similar to me. I was bad for the first few seasons and then hit since season 3, except for last season. This team is a simple ABB line, high leaderboard, battles in expert rank, a few good plays, a bad one or two, and of course some frame drops. Yeah, I always welcome criticism of pointers. A wiser man than once said, a fool thinks they have nothing to learn, nothing new to learn. Games and such should be labeled. Thanks for consideration." So thanks for the submission. So ABB line, because you are double electric, weak to ground, primarily. I assume you're going to try and just draw out a ground or something with the thing is, it's not it's interesting because it is ABB that you're double electric and you're double weak to ground in the back. But, and I assume you're going to do Lanturn as a safe swap with Water Gun, because like charjabug can just get walled by like Clodsire or something like that. So I assume Lanturn with Water Gun, but Lanturn can also pull out a grass, right? So it's not a true ABB in the sense that you're just going to pull out the one weakness. They both have different weaknesses. Obviously, like charjabug's weak to fire as well, right? So although you share that ground weakness, you do have different weaknesses there. So we'll have to see how it plays out in the battles here. Again, leaderboard, expert rank, great lead. So they will get out into something. They get out into a Lickitung. So Shadow Gligar, I think it's worth chipping Aerial Ace. Yeah, I think it's worth chipping Aerial Ace, and then one in the back too. I think charjabug is better. Yeah, I think so too. Just Power Whip is resisted, and you don't want to play that Power Whip game with Lanturn. So you just take the bulk of charjabug, and having already chipped with Gligar should be an easy takedown here. They will get another body slam off here. I think you can live. You're pretty tanky. You should be able to. I was going to say, you're not going to play that game. You're just going to take it out here. Not going to play a Will of Volt Switch, take it out. You'll get countered down, which is okay. You have alignment. It feels like that's just a Night Slash. It is, and it is a Wiggly in the back. So this is where the bulk, this team's pretty bulky, right? Even Gligar's got some like sneaky bulk, even as a shadow, and then Lanturn and Charjabug are obviously pretty bulky in the back. So kind of like when you saw my team that I ran with, like bulk is better, right? It really provides you the flexibility. And why? And I like Nihilape is the one main fighter does well. Is like everyone was looking for a replacement for Medi, and all the other fighters were bad. Hello Nihilape, which has some okay bulk too, right? So able to just water gun the crap out of this, going for the full farm down, get the farm down, get a Thunderbolt off on a Nihilape. This will do great chip. I'm just about to say, they're not going to shield because they need to respect the Aerial Ace, but now it's just farm down range. Looking fly in the avatar there. Okay, Lickitung lead. Let's see if you play it the exact same. Well, no, you wouldn't be the exact same because you're trying to, I don't know what you're going to have to do here. Going to chip. And then you said it's an ABB line, which means you have to come out with one of them. You're coming out with Charjabug. And again, Charjabug is such a risky safe swap. There are, on top of the, okay, Nihilape is not like an amazing answer because counter's resisted, so it's not even a good answer. But there's just so many between, like, there's stuff that just absolutely walls you. Clodsire, Steelix, Galarian Stunfisk. There's stuff that semi-walls you, like Gligar. And then there's just like Smackdown users and stuff. There's so many issues with Charjabug as the safe swap here. I didn't even talk about like Skeletor or something like that comes in. Not quite the farm down. Probably just a Night Slash. Won't take you out. You have a move. If the Lickitung comes back in, I think, or you're one short of the Aerial Ace. I forget. No, you're way more than the Aerial Ace. You're at 2 Aerial Aces here, so just going straight Aerial Ace. I mean, it's a Mantine, so that makes sense. Gonna double chip, and then are we just gonna go straight into this? And they will instant swap here, and it just seems like a double shield scenario here because they are not going to be able to do much with a Mantine. So I would grab a shield here. Yeah, take this out or grab a shield. Either way, with double electric in the back, Mantine's going to have a problem. They're shielding, rightfully so, right? There's nothing that the Mantine can do. They're going to just try and ship this as much as they can. Hopefully, they're going to just try and put this in like maybe resisted airless range. Maybe if they get to a power up, right? I like the idea. Still didn't work because Lanturn's way too tanky and it's a non-stab power whip from Lickitung. So I like the idea though. Like, good effort. Just kind of lost there. Okay, so Wiggly lead. Going straight dig. I'm surprised you're going straight dig. I feel like they're more likely to shield having not. I feel like and so two things here. So one, I don't even think you need to go dig because two things. One, maybe a shadow dig puts it within wing attack range. So I think maybe that's why you do it. Because if you do air release, you have to do 2 air releases. If you do shadow dig from maybe you're in wing attack range. I just feel like if they've already gone 6 wing attacks, they're or 6 charms or whatever they had there, 5 or 6 charms. They're definitely just going to shield to get that icy wind off and lower your attack before you throw anything. That's just my guess. And then charjabug, man, like this is a really risky safe swap. I should always just have PV Poke like open because the amount of times that I like start a battle and then I just go to PV Poke just to like check something. I'm checking charge. Really? Charjabug is the number 7 switch. Well, this is my face red. They have it as a 7th. Watergun Lanturn is number 13. Charjabug is number 7th ranked safe swap. That is shocking to me because of this exact scenario. Like, there's just so many things that are going to punish a Charjabug. I really don't like that ranking, but we'll see how it does. You'll chip with discharges, but they will just smack down and come out with energy. And they'll come out with a Stone Edge for a Gligar or Stone Edge for the Lanturn, right? So, yes, you're going to chip a bunch because you're just tanky. Lucky it's not a Clodsire or something because that would just completely wall you. But they'll have a move here. Water Gun Lanturn, yeah. You can take a stone. Obviously, you can take it. It's Bastiodon, right? So, but it chips. Can they get to another one? Yeah, they can get to another one because they just did so much. And now you got alignment here, but you have to burn a shield here and just got chipped a bunch too. Obviously, just a farm down range here. And it is a Vic just going to throw the Thunderbolt. Was it a Wiggly lead? Is it a... Yeah, it's a stupid freaking lineup. Just chipping here. Now they have the Icy Wind. You got a shield, but like this game's over. Now, the game would have been over anyways. Going for the dig. Even if you take this out, which I don't think you do because your attack is lowered, they can just take you out. Oh, going for the... It doesn't matter, right? Yeah. I mean, first of all, the game was over because it was just a hard counter backline when you gave up swap there. Now, my question to you is, you say it's an ABB line, but you're playing Water Gun, you're playing Lanturn more as a water Pokemon now. See, I would have agreed it was an ABB to fire, so it's not, again, not a pure ABB, but you share the electric weakness or electric typing, which means that you still share the ground weakness. Now you're using Water Gun Lanturn. It's not Spark Lanturn, it's a Water Gun. So do they even play the same electric role now? Because Water Gun Lanturn to me seems more like a water Pokemon at this point with just has an electric typing and a second move. But for the most part, you're treating it as a water Pokemon. So do you even need with this team to leave anymore? I don't know. I don't know if you need to leave with this team anymore because, again, but again, if it's a ground, as long as it's not like if it's a Mud Boy at bat, if it's the worst case is a Mud Boy. But if it's not a Mud Boy and it's any other ground, Lanturn with Water Gun's going to deal with it. So I don't think you need to when you call ABB, I don't think you need to leave. I know you are, but I don't know if you need to leave. So good lead here. They are staying in. They are not throwing Ice Punch. They are going to Shadow Ball. This is going to hurt. This is interesting. They may grab a shield back with Shadow Ball bait. Or yeah, probably even a bait, quite honestly. That's an easy bait there. To get the second Night Slash off, which it tells me they're weak to Gligar on the back too. But you can just farm like 3, one more, and then throw. Yeah, they took you low, but you have switch and almost a move coming out. It'll be like a Skarmory or something. Yeah, you have 2 electric, so instant swap here. And they're not getting out. So what do they have that they are not getting out here? I mean, they can get a Brave Bird off. You're half bug, so this is neutral. And you are recognizing that maybe charjabug has play in the back if they're trying to stay in and get off a Brave Bird. And it is a charjabug. So, right, they are weak to... There's your second weakness to Gligar. Fairly obvious. And they recognize it, that you have to stay in that lead. Because if you're W to Gligar. And, you know what? I'm going to stop it. But this matchup is yours because you played smart. And they did their best to play smart too. Your ABA weak to Gligar, right? You have a fighter in the front, weak to flying. Weak to flying. And you have a charjabug in the back, which the electric and the bug is resisted by Gligar as a ground flyer. So they have to stay in the lead, because if they come Skarmory, you probably have an answer for Skarmory, because Skarmory is one of the top meta and one of the best answers for Gligar. So if you were running Gligar, you probably have an answer for Skarmory, which we have 2 here. So they can't get out into Skarmory right away, because then Gligar is just going to sweep the back line. So they have to stay. And then, again, for the same reason, if they're staying in with a fight in the lead, you got to realize that Gligar has play in the back. Now, it's very easy that they came into Skarmory and you have 2 answers to Skarmory. It may be a little trickier. Like, where it gets a little trickier is if you don't have an amazing other answer. Like, let's say that Lanturn is Lickitung or something. Then you're like, okay, I'll probably just throw the dig on Skarmory and then go into Charjabug there. Just to keep that alignment. But with double electric in the back, it's an easy swap out into that matchup. So, back-to-back X Scissors here. This does good neutral chip. And they end up shielding. And now, ooh. Caught, but you caught with a lot of energy going down here, which again doesn't matter too much. Where do you come here? Start getting hit on water gun, or you just come in here again and force them to throw? Or hope to win CMP? Okay. Force them to throw energy, so now they're dry. Water gun down, come out with a Thunderbolt. It's not like Steel Wing and Brave Bird are going to do anything to you. Yeah, so they're just going to top left here. Gligar and Charjabug, so bad lead for them. I expect them to get out into a Mudboy. I'm guessing double Mudboy or something. Good catch. Nice catch on the Aqua Tail there. And this is where having Water Gun Lanturn is going to be better. So they threw the Aqua Tail already, which means they probably have Stone Edge, right? It'd be very surprising if they didn't have Stone Edge. Now the question is, if they land one, can they just go Mudshot Aqua Tail after? And that's my only debate, and that is what you are maybe thinking as well. If they land that Stone Edge, it's easier to go Aqua Tail number 2 because you'll be so low with the mud shots adding up. So it is kind of worth that first shield there. You can take one, but again, if they landed the first one, between how low you're going to get here with the mud shots, it's very easy to go Aqua Tail there. So shielding up the first one nicely, getting a move off here. If they go for the full farm down, you're going to get another one. Yeah, I expect them to. Because Water Gun is a bit slow. You got to 2 Surfs, but Water Gun is a bit slower. They come in Mantine, and hello, goodbye. Hard counter there. And that was a 4-1 to... From 2750 to 2788. Right there, so nicely done. Gligar into Vigoroth. Again, decent. They don't even need to go Rock Slide. They can just go Body Slam. The Body Slams are going to add up real quick on a Shadow Gligar. Going for the dig. Is it dig then wing attack range? Yeah. And they get out into Quagsire. Oh, this is bad. You're down a shield. Again, you just gotta try and catch the Aqua Tail. Yeah, you tried to. They held. See if it's a Stone Edge. At this point, you just gotta let it go. It is a Stone Edge. They'll need a second one. So clearly someone who knows how to count, because you farmed up a bit there and got it right before they get to the move. Take it out. They're just gonna go 2 shield. Whatever's in the back is my guess. What was on the lead again? Ooh, and it is a Mandibuzz. And that Mandibuzz is not gonna like the charjabug. So let the first one go. Let's see if they they'll take you out with the Dark Pulse. Or Foul Play, but I assume Dark Pulse. Everyone's running Dark Pulse now. Charjabug is the nice second answer. Dark Pulse again will chip, but not anything insignificant. Like significant. You'll live 3. Like you'll live 2 if third one will take you out. Going for the X Scissor again. X Scissor is neutral, half dark, super effective. Resisted on the flying. Again, this will put you in the red. Depends how you want to play this. You are gonna shield. They may try and catch, which you cannot do on a very good fast move optimization. I always call it, let me just stop it, because I always call it the bad people. I should call it the strength 2. You threw 2 volt switches. 4 times 2 is 8. Snarls 3. 3 times 3 is 9. So you're giving up only the 1 there. That is how you fast move optimize properly. For those of you watching at home. So this Dark Pulse will chip you. They're going to probably instant swap. Yeah, but then you could just take out and then you have a move coming out. Yeah, tough to win when you got a flyer in the back to a double electric team. Okay, so here's the only problem though. They're going to have an answer again. This is what, yeah, man, come on. You know Mantine is double weak to electric. You know they're going to have a absolute kill to Charjabug. This is why I do not like Charjabug as safe swap. It looks like you'll get to 3 discharges here because they're just going to try and farm you down. But they'll have almost 2 moves coming out here. Again, I saw you chip a ton. But now they're loaded with energy. They keep switch. They're going to have 2 Stone Edges before you take this out, which will chip a ton. So this is going to hurt. It won't take you out, but you're pretty much going to be taken out in a second here. So you got to throw. I mean, you'll get a little water gun damage, which is not the worst, and then top left. Again, the 2 things that I don't want to repeat myself. The 2 things that come out of that is Charjabug just seems like a bad safe swap. 3 things. Charjabug seems like a bad safe swap. You're screwed anyways because they had you hard countered. Do you need to swap? Do you need to swap with a water gun lantern? I mean, you had to swap with a bad lead, but like, do you need to swap with a water gun lantern anyways with this line? Because it seems like you're setting yourself up for some failure in the back with some of these like swaps. So Skeldurge, getting the water gun on this, that is very nice. Shadow Ball will hurt. Shadow Ball will put you to the yellow. So going to respect that Shadow Ball and shield. Going to farm perfectly and get it off perfect. I wish I can do that. I gotta learn the counts eventually. I probably won't though, let's be honest. So getting the Annihilate back in here. Going to just go for the double Surf. Yeah, Surf's gonna add up quickly. I assume they will not shield, and Surf's again enough to take it out. Something in my throat. I'm gonna drink water off to the side here. Okay, so they do end up shielding 1 there, which is surprising, quite honestly. And a Shadow Ball. Are they running Ice Punch? They probably have an Ice Punch. The only reason I see you keep this alive is if you have an Ice Punch here. Yeah, that's very obvious. There was no reason to keep that Annihilate alive. The only reason to keep that Annihilate alive is if you have 2 moves. The only reason to not throw a Night Slash on Lantern from that low is if you have Ice Punch. And to keep this alive is because you can go Shadow Ball Ice Punch combo here, which is exactly what happened. And it is a Zoom roll. So again, should I be running double electric? We haven't even seen a Feraligatr yet. And Feraligatrs will get lit up by this too, this lineup. Well, actually, the Lanturn is going to be a little closer now. With Water Gun, you can live any move. It's just an Ice Beam. Now you're going to get hit by Fast Move Optimization here. They just threw back-to-back though, so you can optimize here with 2 and throw. So will this take out? Azumarill is very tanky. Does not quite take out. You do have a move coming out. And this game is over. Gligar. Again, this is a good lead, so they're probably going to get out into something. Azumarill, hit it with the electric. Now, if you're using Azumarill as a safe swap, I would not be surprised if they have Hydro. Like, I would be running... Oh, so they have Ice Beam. That's unfortunate. And they're going to have Play Rough because there's no way you don't run Play Rough in this meta. I assume that most... Again, maybe the meta's changed that you don't need to run it. The consensus was back in the day, if you were running Azumarill as a safe swap, you probably needed Hydro for, at the time, Registeel. Because Registeel was everywhere, so Ice Beam Play Rough wasn't cutting it. But then Lanturn started showing up everywhere, and Gligar started showing up everywhere, so Ice Beam Play Rough was the combo because those two are just the meta now, right? So it makes sense to run those two, that moveset. So going to chip, I just saw the X Scissor. Yep, just any chip is good. Potentially puts us in Wing Attack Air Lace range, even though this is resisted. And they give up into Mantine. Now, they do have a shield advantage, but everything's resisted here. And they're super low. So they just throw Resisted Water Pulse. They do have 2 shields. Does that even matter in the ending, though, if they're doing absolutely 0 damage to this? So going to shield. How much is left on the other Pokemon? Are they going to try and catch? I would assume just going... Is Water Pulse better than just going Air Release as a damage per energy move? I guess so. Going to bait. I'm guessing the other Pokemon is... What is it? The Reggie, and it's super low. So yeah, you're just assuming that they are going to do that. Again, if you want to keep this alive... Maybe does the Reggie have energy, though? Yeah, you need to let this go. Yeah, you had to let that go because Reggie had energy. Okay, great lead. They will get out into something. That something is a Azumarill. Someone in my last video said, I think it was not last video, but I think it was the one I posted on the weekend about the 3 great teams. They said something like 40 shades of losses to Azumarill because I just lost to Azumarill constantly. And you are now just beating Azumarill constantly with the double electric line. They're showing up everywhere. Should I be running Azumarill? There's your Hydro Pump. That is expected. That is what I would expect from a safe swap Azumarill, is a Hydro Pump. And now they're going to flip switch on you. Rightfully so. So you are now just going to have to go 2 shield Gligar for the win. Now the question is, what is the third Pokemon that's going to be? And it's going to be an answer to Flyer. And it's going to be an answer to Flyer. Oh, not that answer. Come on. I get it. That was a good answer at one point to a Flyer. Not anymore. I mean, these Smackdowns are still adding up, but this is going to like pretty much one-shot. Double super effective. Shadow on Shadow here. I wouldn't be surprised if this like one-shots are put at like 90 some odd %. Yeah. Okay. Shield. Basically, I would farm as much as you can. Try and get to 2 moves here. As much as you can here. Because an Air Lace will take out. Ooh. Because now you're going to go down here. Yeah. You can't do that. You have to just go Air Lace. Because 2 moves are going to take you out here. And now I'm wondering if 2 Surfs is the better. Or you're just kind of screwed either way. You got to go 2 Thunderbolts. I know Aerial Ace is double resisted because it's half steel, half rock. So understand that it's double resisted. But your Shadow, their Shadow. let me just look that up on PV Poke while this plays out. So single battle, Shadow Gligar with Aerial Ace against a Bastiodon. Shadow. Let's see how much that did, because I think you could have taken it out even though it was resisted. 8%. Jesus Christ. Okay. 8%, and the wing attacks are doing 0.7%. Oh, man. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. So it says they have 138 HP. So if you're doing 11 damage, how much is the red? It would be very close. I still think, yeah, I knew you couldn't get to the, I knew you couldn't get to the dig, and then you're going to be taken out if you didn't get to the dig, because those Vine Whips are neutral and you're a Gligar. And that, sorry, they're a Venusaur, which is like just very attack heavy. So I knew you'd be taken down there. So I thought you had to go straight Aerial Ace. I get it's double resisted, so maybe you couldn't get to it. But I think you had to try. Anyways, so yeah, just a couple things. Again, you're way ahead of me, so what the hell do I know? But yeah, just a couple things I would say. Like, and I don't love Charjabug as a safe swap. If you're going to use Water Gun Lantern, this doesn't seem like an ABB. Truly, I know you were getting out constantly. But with a Water Gun Lantern, I think they play enough different roles that you don't need to swap there. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll keep this going. I'm going to try and pump out as many videos as I can in like 3 days here before I head off to New York. And I got to figure out New York ASAP. So that's it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.